The ceasefire agreement reached between the United States and Iran is officially in effect, with US Central Command confirming its naval blockade over the Strait of Hormuz has now been lifted. Our North America correspondent Lauren Day joins us now in Washington. Lauren, good morning. We heard from the US Vice President earlier. How's the US trying to sell this deal?
Yeah, that's right, Emma. Now that the deal is officially signed, this 60-day period of negotiation begin shortly, as too will the sales pitch. And the man at the head of both of those is the Vice President, Vance. You might remember yesterday we spoke about the US President joking that if this deal succeeds, he'll be taking the credit for it. And if it fails, Vance will get the blame. Well, he's already copping some of the blame today, and he's faced a barrage of questions and criticisms about this MOU, in particular claims that it's a huge economic win for Iran. Now, he has defended that and denied those claims. He says that all of the economic benefits for Iran are contingent on them complying with this deal and changing their behaviour. But when you read the text of this MOU, that's not entirely the case. The US will, for example, unfreeze assets and release restricted funds upon the implementation of this MOU, and Iran can also immediately begin selling oil and fuel. And we've already seen US Central Command announce that that naval blockade has been lifted. So this could mean billions of dollars now flowing to Iran. Vance was also pretty vague in this press conference about the details of this $300 billion reconstruction fund, which has copped a lot of criticism, including from some Republicans, although both he and the President have said that the US would not be paying into this. He hasn't really explained very clearly how this will be working, but that is a big source of contention here in the United States, this $300 billion, which will be flowing towards the reconstruction and development in Iran. But the most extraordinary moment in this press conference came when Vice President Vance responded to Israeli criticism of the MOU. Have a listen to what he had to say earlier.
Donald J. Trump is the only head of state in the entire world who is sympathetic to the nation of Israel at this moment in time. And he happens to be the head of state of the world's superpower. If I was in the cabinet of the Israeli government, I might not be attacking the only powerful ally that I have anywhere left in the entire world.
Lauren, what has this preliminary agreement, what's the reception been like? Has it been received inside the US?
Yeah, Emma, you might remember that when Donald Trump launched this war, he angered a lot of people within the America First non-interventionist base. And now it appears that he is angering a lot of the hawks within the GOP as well, who are really upset with this deal, who feel that it gives away far too much from the US for far too little in return from Iran. We heard today from Republican Senator Roger Wicker, who is the chairman of the Armed Services Committee. He said that he was concerned that this negotiates away the victories of this operation in ways that are completely out of step with the president's goals. And interestingly, he said that this $300 billion reconstruction fund that I mentioned is worse than what the Obama administration gave away in their deal 10 years ago. We've also heard from Louisiana Republican Senator Bill Cassidy, who said that Ronald Reagan would be rolling over in his grave. He said this is the worst foreign policy blunder in decades. And we've also heard from Senators Tom Tillis and John Cornyn, who are saying that this gives a lot of money that Iran can now use to fund its proxies. Donald Trump has responded to this criticism in exactly the manner that you might expect. He's come out on Truth Social slamming these opponents as fools. He said they are either jealous, bad people, or stupid. Now, we also heard a short time ago from Iran's supreme leader. This was the first time we had heard him respond since this MOU was signed. He released a written statement on Iranian state media saying that the US president had made this deal out of desperation, and he said that Iran won't submit to excessive demands, but he did endorse these face-to-face talks that will now take place. So clearly both sides are now on the PR offensive, trying to sell this deal as a win, but really this period of negotiations, this is where the hard work starts.